I was in Indian Institute of Mass Communication doing my journalism from there. And there used to be a very boring teacher. I will not name him because this is a very small world. But his classes used to be so boring that I would sit on the back bench and I would just like voraciously read. That was the year when I read a lot. And I ended up reading Surendra Verma's Mujhe Chand Chahiye. And I don't know what happened. I mean, Varsha, I don't know how many of you are familiar with this novel, but it's a story of a small town girl who finds her expression through theater and eventually lands up in Bombay and starts working as an art house actor and then makes it big. So that was so fascinating. That I was really genuinely fascinated by the world of NST, the world of acting, the world of theater, the world of creation, the world of cinema. And that was probably the time I realized that it was good fun to just see what it's like. Look at the power of cinema. We have all grown up. All we remember is the dialogues. Like if we had to say something, the dialogues just come very naturally to us. We say things through songs, and the kind of influence that the Hindi cinema has on our lives in general, and I'm sure other parts of the country also, all the world also. If you were to be a writer, this was the medium.
Right.
So after IMC, while everybody else, this was the year 2000 when satellite channels were opening up. The entire batch was placed because all the new channels were opening up, but they were taking people in. So it was in fact the golden year to be a journalist. Every single person had got placed from our batch because there was so much demand. I actually did not take any of that, and I came to Bombay looking for some sort of a break. I mean, I wanted to learn production. I wanted to learn something about cinema, but I had no clue how to do it. I did not have a single relative. I didn't have anybody. I didn't know anybody. I just landed up here, and it's crazy that I was staying in Andheri in Oshiwara with her relative, and I had come down. So I'd reached in the morning. I was reading the newspaper, Bombay Times. Some news piece had said so and so is making a film that so and so happened to be Deepak Tijori. So it's just like you have this information. We used to come down. That was not the time of mobile phones. Mobile phones were not easily available. So I would come down to make calls from PCO. I got down, and then I see Deepak Tijori walking into his office or wherever he's walking. Like a fool, like a 21-year-old fool. I just walk up to him and I say that, "Hello, sir, I read that you are starting your new film and I want to learn production." He just looked at me. And then he just didn't know how to react. And then he just called his production manager. "Hey, Satish, isko bata do kya karne ka hai?" And he walks off. And the production manager just looks at me, "Ki tumko kya aata hai?" I said, "Kuch nahi sir, par seekh lenge." So then, like, "Acha, theek hai, kal pahuncho RA Colony, dekhte hain pahunch pati ho ki nahi." But I did actually genuinely land up in RA Colony in a studio the next day. And that's how it started. And it was a very small, chota budget ka film, but there were other TV things that he was doing. And from being a production assistant, my job was actually to call people to have breakfast,